Okay, this is my Pitster Pro that I'm just doing up. I just put on the unbreakable levers. They're nice. Also, I upgraded the pegs. They're pretty nice. And yeah, that's about it. I've done a bit of tweak to it. Getting ready for when COVID's over, so I can start racing pit bikes again. Yeah, this is one of the bikes that I just finished the project. I'm waiting for a new chain to come, 420. But I'm thinking I'm gonna keep the sprocket size. It's a 41 tooth rear and 15 at the front. So I'm thinking I'm gonna keep that combination as the way it is, because it goes pretty good, goes pretty hard, pops up nearly first to third gear by itself without having to. We have to sit right back of the bike, sit the bike normally, and it just pops up. But yeah, this is my Pitster Pro 190. I'm gonna be doing some more upgrades to it. I'm gonna be putting on a 212cc big bore kit when I get a bit more money. But yeah, like I'm pretty happy with it. I bought it for 1200 off a guy that the rear shocks was gone, so I put in a new rear shock. It's adjustable rear shock. These ones. That cost me $140, but now the bike is stiff. It comes up slow the way I like it to come, not fast, because it's got the little adjustable thing. So I adjust it on slow, so it comes up pretty. It comes up like reasonably good, not too fast and not too slow. Yeah, but yeah, I'll keep you updated on this bike when I fully finish it. Now move on to my RCF. Well, this is my RCF that I'm doing up right now. This bike's been a pain in the backside. I got a new airbox, new carburetor. It's tuned, but not the way that I really like it to be tuned. But I got this power pipe from YCF, a manufacturer. Yeah, like it gives the top end power when you're at the peak, when the bike feels like it's not gonna rev out anymore. It gives it around about 10% extra boost, 10 or 5% extra, like get up and go. Yeah, but this bike is pretty nice. This is one of my pride and joy bikes that I'm gonna do up. I'm gonna put a 190 Daytona engine in this bike. So if you ever want to buy a 150 YX engine, just hit me up on my Facebook page, and I'll be happy to sell it to you. But this bike here, it's the rear wheel. It's the rear wheel that when you tighten up the nut, the wheel won't spin. So I reckon it's the hub inside who I bought this bike off. He didn't put that spacer between the bearings, and so when you tighten up the nuts, the bolt, the two bearings like grind again the hubs and won't allow the bike to spin freely. So I have to buy a new back rim for it. But if you have any clues, any ideas on how to fix it, just write me a comment. I'll be happy to look at it. But yeah, this is one of my pride and joy bikes. It's a YCF Biggie 2017 model. It's a really nice bike to ride. I love riding this bike. It just reminds me of my YZ85 and my CR85. It's the same height, but unfortunately, this bike hasn't got the get up and go as my Pitster Pro, because that's got a 190 engine in it. It's only got a 150, but I reckon my 190 is my Pitster Pro is just a bit quicker than this, but in handling, this annihilates it. In handling, this is just like a jack bike. it's just superb around corners. It handles the bumps pretty good. Just tight, like when you're taking tight corners, just handles the ruts. It's a pretty good bike. It's a pretty good bike for French design and assembled in China. But I kind of love it. I'm gonna keep this bike until probably the day till I die. These two pit bikes of mine. Now move on to my Assassin a 150 that I just put a 150 YX engine in this. Now this, if you want to know that this bike has caused me a lot of headaches. I've ordered a lot of wrong parts for it that didn't fit it, and all the measurements. So I'm doing my research now that before I buy something, I measure it. I make sure it's the right diameter, the right centimeters, the right length, the right thread. And yeah, I gotta be extra careful when I order stuff for this bike, because it's cost me a fair bit how to put this bike together. But yeah, that's my 140 Assassin. But this bike rips. I reckon this bike will give the 190 a good run for its money. This bike annihilates my YCF. It just destroys it. Top end speed and low end speed. It's just this bike. That's why I haven't given up faith in this bike. I'm doing it up. I'm gonna get the oil line for my oil coolant thing that I got here. I'm gonna hook it up to these two bolts here. I'm just waiting for the wires for it. The cables for it. Once I get the cables for it, this will be good to go. And also I gotta get new front shocks, because this bike's got no front brakes whatsoever, and I need front brakes on this bike because this bike is a weapon. It's fast. It's snapped off here. It's snapped off there. If you just have any clue what should I do, should I get a new part this one and whack it on instead of getting new forks? But one of my fork seals has blown already. So these brand new forks on these bikes ain't expensive. They're around about $140. But yeah, but this bike I just love it. I love this bike. It's a good bike to ride. It's fast. It's very responsive. I've got a 3/4 throttle the throttle thing here that I got on it. Got a new clutch lever, a kill switch for it. But yeah, this bike would be a weapon when I'm finished with it. Okay, thanks YouTubers. I'll keep you updated and I'll keep you posted on these 3 pit bikes that I have. Okay, bye.